Hello, beautiful. Welcome back to her next chapter, Travel, Growth, and Balance. It's day 5 of our 21-day solo travel challenge. And today's question is simple but powerful. Have you ever asked yourself, what's one thing I'd love to experience alone? Maybe you didn't say it like that. It might have sounded like that thing, that place, that experience you'd never admit out loud, or something that feels both scary and thrilling to say. But this is your permission to say it and honor it. Joshua 1:9 says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." Today, as you reflect on what you truly want to experience on your own, remember, you're not doing this without God. You're stepping into courage with Him. Let go of the fear that says, if I want to do this alone, something must be wrong with me. Wanting something for yourself does not mean rejecting anyone else. See the version of you who did it. She didn't wait for consensus. She didn't talk herself out of it. She just said, this is for me, and she claimed it. In my own life, I wouldn't say that there were things I wanted to do alone. I would just say that there were many times I wanted to do something or go somewhere, and no one would go with me, or they didn't have the time, or they didn't have the money. And so then I wouldn't go. So my vacation, my healing, my everything was contingent on someone else's availability. Actually, and as I think about it, there were times I wanted to take trips by myself, both before I was married and when I was married. And I wouldn't go because I felt so guilty. I felt like when I was married, I felt like, well, I am married. But in marriage, I felt like if I was going, he should be able to go too, right? Like if I was spending the money, he should be able to have access to it too. So then I had to go with him, but I kind of really didn't want to, both in marriage and as a single woman. I felt guilty leaving my kids. I felt like if I missed 4 or 5 days a week out of their life and wasn't available for what they needed, that their whole lives would fall apart. And then one day I said to myself, girl, if your kids' whole lives are gonna fall apart because you took a vacation, then you just don't need to be a mom. Like that was my slap in my own face. So yeah, choosing solo travel was a hard road. It was a lot of pain along the way, and it took a lot for me to finally just surrender and take my first solo trip, which was local. And when I did, it was an opening, aha, refreshing moment of, wow, I got to do this more for myself. Today's task: write down one solo experience you've dreamed of. It might be walking barefoot on a private beach at sunrise, dining solo at a beautiful rooftop restaurant, spending a week journaling in a cozy villa, visiting a country no one in your circle has been to. My dream experience is going to a remote and beautiful villa with a private chef daily, a personal masseuse in my villa, and a personal experience guide to guide me through stretching twice a day, swimming to strengthen my skills, on a daily hike and let me sit alone for about 20 minutes, and most importantly, just sleep. It sounds crazy to other people to want to go to another location and not do all the tourist stuff, but that's not what my quiet time wants. I want to sleep, be guided through caring for my body without having to think about it, and eat good. That is bliss for me. In the workbook, take time to think through and reflect on these prompts. What makes you feel drawn to this experience? What fear or guilt has kept you from it? What part of you would be healed, strengthened, or revived by doing this one thing alone? Let this be your spark. If you can name it, you can do it. Every meaningful solo trip starts with a moment like this. Not a flight booking, not a plan, just knowing. Let today be the day you stop waiting for approval and start listening to the voice inside of you. Download the workbook today. Explore the 4 curated Bali trips, one each designed for women like you and me. Stay on this journey with me. Tomorrow, we're talking about strategies to get your husband on board and encouraging you to take that solo trip. Subscribe and meet me here daily. Surrender the delay. See the joy in doing it for you. Before I let you go, I have great news. The 4 solo trips to Bali are ready and waiting for you. If today's conversation stirred something in you, if you've been craving stillness, silence, the opportunity to self-reflect and reset, or just a moment to hear your own thoughts, I want to gently invite you to explore a traveling solo to Bali with Kinfolk Travel Concierge. The 4 trip options are designed for intentional solo experiences for women just like you and me. 3 of them are curated in Bali, Indonesia, and the last one is curated in Phuket, Thailand. These solo but not alone trips are designed to support you traveling without your husband or kids, designed for you to experience independent time among a group of other women doing the exact same thing alongside you, designed to allow you to do as much or as little as you want with your own time without having to move on someone else's schedule or expectations, and designed for your safety with the guide with you every step of the way. This is how you travel solo, but not alone. Each of the experiences are situated in affordable luxury and comfort and feature all of the highlights you may want to experience, like the Bali swing, flower baths, cultural shows, and local market and shopping, and so much more. But more specifically, each experience has a specific focus designed for your healing and your reset. I know you will love the cost of each trip, especially when you see the value in each of them. Plus, it's only $200 to secure your spot. You can choose a solo room alone or take this leap of faith and self-investment with another woman who you know needs this, sharing a double room with them. You don't have to choose today. Just know, if you've been waiting for a sign, don't let this one pass you by. We've got a spot with your name on it. A brief description of each trip and the booking link is in the captions and the notes. You can very easily find all of this information also on our website, which you can find in the captions. I'll see you in Bali and in the next video.